Welcome back to Post and Pinos. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Genoa. We're going for a custom achievement. We're going for honest competition. What we have to do is we have to grab India. Don't call it Africa again. India for the for the Master of India achievement, while we keep Genoa the most powerful trader in the world. And yes, I could go around checking. We did actually lose a bunch of money in Genoa as opposed to last episode, which I assume is due to my wars. I did give up on a merchant. I didn't think that would matter much. But obviously there's a chance that I miss somebody relevant. I think it was the guy either in Valencia or in Venice. Neither should be, but anyway. There's a lot of money here. And we're more powerful than all the colonizers, and we have to stay out of the colonization game on our own. Well, ourselves, that is. We've beaten up the Persians quite a bit, mostly to defend ourselves from the coalition, but also to take some land towards India. And we're also at war with Ragusa and Brittany, because Ragusa got freed from Austria in the League War, and that's too good a thing to pass up. Now we have to peace out the Brits. The Bretons? I think they're Bretons, right? The Bretons before we can peace out Ragusa here. But we're very, very close. So actually I might want to take a look. There's still Breton troops around, or did I sack wipe them? It is a new day. I record this on a new day, so I don't quite remember everything. Yeah, there's still a bunch of Bretons around. Do I know where they are? Are they like sieging down something of mine? No. I think I hunted them with these guys, right? Yeah, there must be somewhere over here in France. What I was thinking was whether I could maybe just sit on some extra land, and thanks to Occupied and Besieged modifier, I get the peace deal immediately. But no. The reason we haven't peaced out Persia yet is that we, well, are still coring Lahijan and Raba, out of which Lahijan is the expensive thing, which we took from Mazandaran. And that's going to give us a lot of overextension. It is giving us a lot of overextension, which means we could take less land from the Persians, especially with the Ragusan overextension coming in. Now, Sampo pointed out in the comments, thankfully, that whatever I had planned last time as a peace deal would give me 117% overextension, which is a number you don't want to reach. Yes, overextension is just a number, but it's not like aggressive expansion where you can just ignore it if you're powerful enough. And we did lose another merchant here, that's why this is happening. Probably the Tunisian one, right? Anyway. If you have a lot of overextension, you get up to 100%. You just get stacking modifiers, or increasing modifiers. You can see that here, national unrest, stability cost, tri-power reduction, which is part of why we don't have enough money, mercenary cost, improved relations reduction, corruption increase, all that. And that's fine. The thing is that if you hit 100%, you start getting super negative events. They're random, but very frequent. So you might be able to have a few months at 100% overextension and not get negative events, but you also might already get them, and that's kind of bad. So you really don't want to ever hit. Well, I shouldn't say ever, there's always a reason, but it's very rare that you want over 100% overextension. And if what Sampo said is true, which I'm just going to assume here, then what I was trying to take would be getting me there. I think it was something like this, but there must have been more. I think I was looking at 100% peace deal actually. Might have decided to go for Qom itself. Because clearly we want these centers of trade in Tehran and Tabriz. We want the stuff we have claims on. And then one could try to go deeper in the India direction, or we could try to get land that's a bit more adjacent or relevant. I do believe while there are no more centers of trade, I do believe that there are a few quite strong provinces around here. Like these gems. I remember looking for those, yeah, in this place too. But if I was doing something like this, that would already be 112% overextension. Surely I was saying, like, let's take cums as well. Something along those lines must have been what we've been looking at. Maybe this. That at least gives me 117%. And that's not doable. Now, I see two ways to avoid it. Well, there are two ways to avoid it that I know of. One is take less land. Pretty obvious, right? We figure out how much overextension we want to... We're still going to figure out how much overextension we have when we do the peace deal, and make sure that with the addition of whatever we take here, we don't get over 100. Done. The other option would be to go for vassals in some way, shape, or form. Like releasing a vassal. You can be quickly, shortly over 100% overextension if you then just immediately release a vassal. I don't know that there is anybody around here. There's Ardbil, which, I mean, once we release them, they would get all these provinces here. They would get Ardbil, Miane, and Sanjan, which is already a bit of development taken off my hands. I'm not sure what releasing Ardbil would do to my ability to court Tabriz. Because we won't have direct land connection anymore. There's some sort of rule where you can core through your subjects, but I forget whether it's on your continent or with a direct land connection to your capital. I think it's one of the two, but don't remember which one. We could of course give Tabriz to the subject as well, which would take a giant chunk of overextension away and save us some admin. It would still give us the AE, but that's just normal. Maybe that's actually what we're looking at. No, it will hurt us insofar as we already won over our diplo relations. And if we don't drop an alliance, then we'll be 2 over our diplo relations after this, which costs us 2 dip a month. But that's something we can sort of make up for with money. And we can ask these guys for trade power, so we don't lose out on too much of that nice Persian value here. Now, I'm not 100% sure how that works with the trade company. Let's see what the text is. The text might be lying. Let's see what the text on here is. You must have at least... So you, that is me, must have at least 51% of the province trade power in the region. I don't know if my subjects given trade power counts as province trade power, if it was their province trade power, or if that's different. Because we obviously want to try and get and keep the merchant from this region here. Do we already have it? No, do I not have a trade company down here? I thought I did. No, I do. There it is. It is the Mashrik company, right? Right. And it's a lot bigger than I thought. And we have the trade already, so it would be fine, I think, to give some land away down here. Now make sure that we don't have Ardbil cores. See? Here's why we don't release Ardbil, because we have Ardbil cores on our land that we already paid to core. And we'd lose that as well. Astara here, which I don't like. We could release Tabriz. Don't think we have any Tabrizi cores. Now, ideally, we would release somebody that has a lot of cores on land that we want to take in the future, so we can make use of their reconquest casus belli. But I don't know. There's no good map node for this. There's a bit of Luristan down there, quite a bit. It's also not quite where I want to go necessarily. The Basra node is not as interesting to me as going Persia and then Lahore, Samarkand, Lahore. Not that Basra is uninteresting, but it's the water route. So it's kind of not where we're trying to go. Still Luristan. Maybe. It's not the greatest development land. Is there anything like huge down here? Could go to a development map, I guess, to make this a bit easier. I mean, I guess Baghdad, but we're going to take Baghdad from QQ. That's not Persia. And that's an Iraqi core. And no Iraqi cores in Persia, so we can't release those from there. Tikrit is, though. But so is Sinjar. We could consider, when we want to go to another war against QQ, could consider releasing Iraq. Sure, we lose Sinjar and Tikrit, and the admiral we spend to core it. But we do gain reconquest that we can use on Baghdad and more land down here. But especially the giant Baghdad. Giant, I say. 24, oh, it's pretty big. That might be worth it. But if I do that, I really don't want to also release the subject here. I know I've already been talking for 11 minutes or something. But I think this is an important decision. Not that I can peace out right now. But yeah, so two options. We take less land or we release a subject. If we release a subject, it is probably going to be Tabriz. So we don't lose land we already have, plus we can then give them extra land if we have to for the overextension. This 33 is already so much that it might be enough in and of itself. Okay, I'm not interested. We can't still can't peace out even if we give them a lot of land, because we can't give land to subjects while at war. So we have to finish our Ragusan conquest first. Let's do that and then I guess go back to this decision, just so we don't discuss this for the whole episode. At least have some gameplay coming in here. Spain is threatening my trade. I still don't really know how this is caused. Okay, there's no Britain here. Breton. Where are those Bretons at? Who are you, Persia? How's the Persian... the Muscovite might win that battle, and they did. Which is good. So I don't have to bother with it so much. We're essentially retreating from Persia now. We don't need any more in that war. We just want to sit on a tiny bit more. Hopefully not getting the call for pizza there. Ooh, you had a good chance here, Muscovy, and you didn't take it. Could have murdered these folks. Don't think I can. I can certainly give it a go, though. I assume you're coming this way, right? Maybe. You might try to turn around through Circassia. But then with all the Muscovites around, that seems like a bad idea. Yeah, no, you're coming this way. Might be able to catch you at the edge of the Caucasus. There's call for pizza. So I would really, really like... there's the Bretons. Alright. Them's the Bretons. Probably still not in peace mode, no. But surely after I beat these guys up, if I can catch them... And I can't because they're... Yeah, dealing with forts in a way that I didn't think they would be able to. These guys being there means definitely, though, that I can grab a guy. It's just a cabinet fort? Yes. I can grab all my mercs. Detach them, because sometimes I can learn. And get that done. You guys are just sitting there. Doesn't seem smart. Look at you leaving. Okay, you're running through Nogai. Fine by me. Soon, Persia. Soon. Almost have the Corn Legion done. And I think I'll handle... Well, I either handle the rest of the overextension through a subject or through just taking less land from the Persians. And let's give this one tick. We didn't get the siege. We did get the province. How about peace, Brittany? No. So we still need that siege or a good battle here. With the Bretons being unhappy to fight me, which I somewhat understand, sure. Might have to wait for the siege. Should be quick. Famous last words, but probably gonna be home by Christmas. Now... Yeah, all of Tunis is controlled by Persia, because I think Hormuz took it for them. So that's why we don't have any local trade power in Tunis, which means we lost that merchant. And I assume that that plus the overextension is what causes the loss. Oh, not like that. That's probably going to be the end of these 5k. Didn't see this coming, quite frankly. Where are my troops at? Sort of on their way, but not really. How did you get yourself black flagged? That's a neat trick. 7th, 14th, so we're not getting out. It's tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna get caught here. Could get lucky and still get this, well, lucky. At 85%, the siege is not luck. And we can piece them out, even though we're at war. That should get a negative modifier there at battle. It doesn't, actually. It might just be a modifier to war enthusiasm. Ongoing battles. Yeah, plus 34. But they're still happy to piece out here. And I don't want to lose more troops, so I'm definitely happy to piece out. I'm not going to take any land, even though I could take Nantes, which is funny. Ah, but I can't. It's an overseas trade province. I'm not allowed to. I could do it, but I'm not allowed to. But this is the full... Oh, I can piece out the full Ragusan War. It's interesting just piecing you out, frankly. For war reps and... I don't think I'm forbidding for asking them to steer trade. Forbidding? Forbidden. I can't trade in there. Nah, let's not do it. It might be allowed by the rules, but it doesn't feel against the spirit of the rules, so let's not do it. We're not taking that overseas trade. Other people can do it. So I'm not going to ask them to steer. I'm not going to take their trade power. I'm just going to take their war reps and some prestige. We don't need prestige. So I guess all it is war reps and then Ducative. Sure. Media for themselves. Get out. Stop fighting my poor dudettes over here. Get you home. Get you home. And then we should be able to piece out our friends in Ragusa in a day. Ragusa, I want Ragusa. Who's gonna care? Nobody. The Emperor is probably gonna ask for it back, but I'm gonna say no to that. I'm gonna take all your ducats because I can. I'm gonna take that 16 overextension and hate it because it's land I cannot take from the Persians. But hey. Demand and done. That does actually fulfill a mission which I forgot, which gives me 2 mercantilism and a bunch of claims. Yeah, I'll just immediately grab that, I suppose. And then we're also going to start coring it. 21st of April. I don't think I want to wait that long. I think I want out of this war. This is very little overextension that we get from Rabah, right? Yeah, 4%. That's fine. So we are at 20%. So if we take this peace deal, we're a tiny bit over. Which does say maybe core Rabah first, and then you're fine. Or spend a few months at over 100%, which I really don't want to do. Or we go for the subject thing. If we do that, I think I go bigger here. If I release Tabriz, I think I'll go full on Becom and Semnan and Ardakan. And then we give Tabriz away and we see how much else we need to give away. We won't be able to necessarily give as much away as we want to, because it needs to be contiguous, I believe, for them to be able to core it. So maybe we don't take Ardakan, but we take Zanjan here. It's not a great province, but it's an okay province. And what taking this does is that now we have contiguous land, contiguous to Tabriz, which will allow us to feed them as much of this land as we want. Or need to do. Seems good to me. What does the AE say? It's a lot. But it's all people that already cared, essentially. I'm gonna say this is fine. No ducats? No, we had 100% peace deal value. Excellent. It's a big chunk. You must wait a day. Okay, I can wait a day. Let's take it. Demand. Huge hit. And then I'm going to immediately release the breeze. Should be very far down this list. Yeah. What are other options? Coruscant, eh? Doesn't Coruscant start with a decent amount of cores? Coruscant. I am very funny. Striped gray thingy-mabob. Yeah. I mean, they're all horrible places. Pretty much all horrible places, though. Let's continue down here. It's a pretty long set of cores. When do you have them? Forever. Might even go further. I think I like this more than releasing Tabriz. It does mean we're going to have to give away a lot of land, but with commentary around, we're probably fine giving those away. It does mean that I probably can't make any claims of my own on Persia, but I don't need to because my subject has them. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, actually. We're going to release Coruscant. There. It's going to be Shia, which is unfortunate, but, you know. And then I could force their religion immediately and then start giving them land to make them happy again. I don't know if that actually works the other way around too. I can still give them land when they're over 100%, right? When they're rebellious. Let's try giving them com and see what that does. Can I do it through here? Forget. No. Now I have to go through here and then click on Coruscant. I have to grant province com. So they should have a negative liberty desire essentially now, right? Where's my listing? Yeah, minus 12 because we gave them stuff. Now if I do force their religion, they're gonna be in a spot where they have a hard time controlling their land. But it is in the end gonna be land that I take, right? So I think we're probably gonna want to do it anyway. I hate this. I have to do my own math here. I don't know if the number 133%, it feels like it's not taking away the taking into account the fact that we took away com, right? Quick calculator. And then go 33, 16, 20, 11, 7, 7, 4, 7, 4. It's 109% over extension. So it didn't take into account the fact that we just lost com. So if I give them Tehran too, they're going to be fine. Well, we're going to be fine. Nothing to say about them. Coruscant, Grand Province, Tehran, go. Which should put me under here. Could have done the math in a much easier way, but I'm just going to do it again to make sure. 11, 7, 7, 4, 7, 4. It's 89% overextension. Alright. Now the question becomes, do I force their religion or not? It's essentially it's going to mean that we're going to have to beat up their rebels for a while. Maybe that's okay. We have minus 22 here from defections. If I do this, it's 100% extra. Opinion. How hard does opinion go in there? Very, very little. So then we can only get a minus 20 from opinion probably. So what are we looking at? They're going to be rebellious. But I think if I do it, this is the time to do it. Do we know what kind of ideas you're going to take? You have religious ideas. Excellent. So you're going to be able to convert the land. I think I'm okay with that. Let's go and immediately tell them that they really should be Catholics. Sure. 94%. And we're going to have to improve that opinion. And they might have their independence supported by my enemies if I'm unlucky. But hey. And then we want to go for what? How are we doing combat modifier wise? We still don't have a ton of positive combat modifiers, right? We have ideas that give us pretty much nothing. Well, we have plutocratic for the 10% morale, sure. Quantity does give me squat in that regard. Neither do humanist trade or, well, neither do humanist or trade. I don't think I'm running policies that give me... No, except for the general modifier. We're not even running a combat advisor, are we? Well, we are right now. Still, I feel like defensively minded units are still better. So we're looking for green pips rather than... But we're not getting them because these are both identical on the defensive pips. Just a question of more shock or more fire. The fire phase does come first, so let's go with fire. I think we're in a day and age where fire is pretty good on infantry. Also, we're starting to support things with cannons, and we'll really be able to well, support our troops there with well, really be able to shoot people before they can hurt us, what I should be saying. Now, what about other wars though? We need some troops down here to sit on those rebels. We want to core the rest of this land. As painful as it is. I wish I had admin ideas and all that. I'm going to have to... Probably want to add all these to the trade company, at least for now. So we save our religious... Could have kept a little bit of land, maybe. But we can actually use our missionaries to support our subject in converting their land once they're done coring. That's going to be quite nice. Alright. This is a problem. To deal with this sooner or later. The Commonwealth is not happy with me. Why? It's just been a while since we told them that we're great. I think I'll have you come south. I do really want to declare war on the Mamluks, but maybe I should give it a moment. I mean, we're gonna have to get rid of that overextension anyway. So it's probably a good idea to not immediately go to war. And no, Mr. Emperor, I'm not gonna give you Landshut back. What? Landshut wants it back. Right, because they're the Emperor. I'm gonna decline, get 10 unrest and annoying modifiers in Ragusa, plus the HRE members will hate it, but I will have to decline. It is my place. And honestly, it really shouldn't be in the HRE. But we need court before we can do that, okay. I don't know that it actually does anything that it is in the HRE, except for the fact that the Emperor can use it as a casus belli. the whole, hey, that's a province that's supposed to be part of the empire, I'll attack you thing. Not trivial to find places to sit here. You go to Lohigian, you go to Quaswin and get joined by these or something. Muscovy is now a great power. More great powers on our side. That's not necessarily a great thing. Speaking of things on our side, let's make our allies understand. Ally, subject. You went to the wrong subject, didn't you? No, you went to Coruscant. Good, good. Just play nice with people for a moment. I know it's a bit disgusting, but... I'll extend my pressure to Tabriz as well, I suppose. Merge you, have you suppress as well, which should help a bit. Are you actually suppressing? No, there. Then how much suppression do you have? Full -5. Okay, so we don't need more suppression here. So you guys can actually merge up. I don't know, go somewhere where you might be needed. Same for you two cannons. Trade conflict, Muscovy declaring war on Denmark. Not calling me in, I quite like that. I do like that the Muscovite goes straight up to war against the Danes after just fighting in my war. Ah, the Swedes did not... Wait, are you no longer a subject of the Danes? I cannot right click on the Danes, there we go. You have no more subjects. So that explains why the Muscovites are quite happy to do that. Do I boat some people over to Ragusa? Do I have an extra cog somewhere? Maybe something I captured? Doesn't seem like that. Just the fact. I would like to have as many cogs as I need to... or bricks in this case, as I need to transport my whole set of mercenaries. 193 days. Good. Just so I'm flexible where I have my armies delivered. Or deployed, I should say. For now we can just get you over to Ragusa to do some suppression. I could have given Ragusa to my subject, right? I forgot about that. Could have given Ragusa to Serbia and taken some of that land down there. Meh. Do I re-elect Matteo? I don't think I do. We have pretty high aristocrat rating again, so we might have to go for somebody that's not an aristocrat. I think we caught up in tech, right? Yeah, they're all the same. So maybe going for an admin focused person is fine. Which then gives me what? Guilds, I suppose. Right? Bureaucrat candidate gives me the guilds, yeah. It's gonna be okay. And we even got a pep out of that. Excellent. Nice! We got our trader back. He must be the one from Tunis. I would assume. What is it? The Barbary Coast Company, right? Yeah. So we can have you do something. Again, I don't know where you were stationed. But Valencia makes the least sense of all the ones over there. We don't have somebody in Samarkand right now. Which is not the biggest problem. But we would be able to project some extra trade power there. So maybe Samarkand is actually fine and better than, say, Vienna. Yeah, I think so. Here we go. Also, it makes more sense in our whole narrative, right? Transfer trade. Vitello here. Vitale della Torre, which is maybe a bit more of a Spanish pronunciation. I don't know. Let's get you on those boats, get you into Ragusa, and get moving. Oh, we're also 35 minutes in, which means we should put a cut into here. Let's quickly buy another military advisor. I don't like any of these. I'm gonna fire them all. I'm gonna forget next episode, probably not gonna have one, but maybe I'll remember to hire one. I also have to spend a bunch of money, but the spending of money should not be the biggest problem in the future. But not today. So thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and anything you'd like to say to me, you can say to me down there in that comment section. Most of the time you won't even get banned for it. I've actually never... Well, there's some spam, and I assume the spam people are getting banned. But nobody ever said anything actually so mean in the comments that it would warrant anything like that. So don't worry. Man, that made it sound scary. Just go, talk to me. It's free and safe. Free. Thanks for watching, see you folks next time.